So I guess you can consider this another ranting podcast episode, because I am going to rant about things that I like right now, things that I am enjoying in my life, things that I have been recently obsessed with. Yeah, just some stuff that I love. So let's get started. Here's my purple journal in my hand yet again, covered in some random stickers, and I have written down a bunch of things that I have been loving recently. I've separated them into categories, and these categories are in no specific order. The things in these categories are in no particular order. So, first category is content related stuff. And this can include TV shows or content creators or books, anything of the sort. So, the first thing in this content category is The OC, the TV show from 2003. It's basically the Gossip Girl of California, the Gossip Girl of the West. So it's like the filthy rich and these privileged white people are living their best lives, but not really, because there's a lot of drama. I really love this show because, well, it makes me laugh, and it also, I must say, it has made me cry. It has jerked a little tear out of my eye, I will admit. I just finished the first season, so do not spoil anything, okay? I've just finished the first season. I started the second season today, so that's exciting. Round of applause for that. I'm very excited. I think that there are so many parallels between The OC and Gossip Girl, but which came first? The OC, which I did not know. I actually thought that Gossip Girl came first and then The OC, but I was wrong in thinking that. But also, I will say, in the first season, there was only one song, I think, only one song besides the intro song, California, that was repeated more than once. And that is Hallelujah, specifically Jeff Buckley's version. Now, if there's anything I love more than The OC, it is one of his most famous songs, even though it's a cover. But I will say his cover is beautiful and just so profoundly brilliant. And he just really is a brilliant musician. And so I have to appreciate that they put in Hallelujah more than once on the first season. And I really hope that it does play again, because if it is Ryan and Marissa's song, then it should come in more times throughout the TV series. Do not spoil anything, because I actually have spoiled so many things myself, and I'm really mad at myself for it. I'm looking at the OC cast and everything, and these news videos come up from YouTube, and I click on them just because I'm watching this series, might as well get informed. Oops, there's a spoiler. Pause. What did I just hear? So I'm scared to look up anything OC related, because I don't want any spoilers at all. Okay, next in the media content category is Pinterest. Now, yes, Pinterest is it's a known obsession for a lot of people, specifically teenage girls. I love Pinterest so much. I think it's probably, and I'm not saying that everything on Pinterest is good for your mental health. I'm not saying that at all, but it's probably the best out of all of the other social medias for your mental health, I will say. I just personally find so much inspiration on there, and the amount of sheer creativity that I've come across from other people that have that put their art out on Pinterest, pictures of their art or whatever. I just really do find a lot of inspiration and a lot of photography inspiration for myself, which I'll get into later in this episode, because there is another thing that I've been liking to do recently that kind of correlates to this. I don't know, I think that the Pinterest community is more creatively aware and creatively inclined than and I'm not saying oh, Instagrammers or whatever, it's not, but I do think that Pinterest is better. It's really just things that I'm interested in, people that I find that I get inspiration from, and quotes, and Pinterest quotes, nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn actually said that, which I love Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, I just find a lot of creative inspiration on there. Next, magazines. There's something so nostalgic and mesmerizing about flipping through a magazine. I used to flip through catalogs that I'd get in the mail when I was younger, Christmas catalogs, and I'd flip through and highlight the things that I wanted. I never got any of the stuff that I wanted that I highlighted in those Christmas catalogs. Nonetheless, it was very fun. Nowadays, I look through Vogue and Architectural Digest, and not like Barbie doll dream house Christmas catalogs. I mean, I magazines are the OG Pinterest. Like that's where you got inspiration when Pinterest wasn't a thing, when online stuff wasn't a thing, when like surfing the internet wasn't a thing. And magazines were the inspiration. Or just, like information. Okay, next piece of media is Making Faces by Kevin Aucoin. When I tell you this book is so insightful into like makeup tips and tricks, and Kevin Aucoin, I will say, is a genius. He is such a inspiring makeup artist. He passed some time ago, but he was incredible and just passionate about what he did. When he said, like, I constantly was just like getting my hands dirty and like getting in, like, you like, just how do I say this without making it sound weird? Actively creating because like people think that makeup is just, oh, you're kicking your face so you can like shapeshift and look different and look better. No, actually makeup is something that it's a tool and it's a creative outlet, and I think it's so powerful the way that people who are genuinely like passionate and fervent about this craft and this art, like there's something so powerful about that, and it can translate into so many beautiful ways. I know about Kevin Aucoin from Erin Parsons, and she is also a phenomenal, brilliant makeup artist. I heard about Kevin Aucoin through her, and I was at Half Price Books kind of looking through, I like looking through the fashion and like home design and fashion design, makeup design, like hair design, like all those kind of books in the back like corner of the store. Came across this Making Faces book and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Kevin Aucoin, wait, that's really cool." Like saw this little signature. I was like, "Oh, somebody got this for somebody. That's so cute." Flipped through. I was like, "Okay, I'm going to get this. $10." Okay, I've had this book for 6 months, roughly, maybe probably over 6 months. And I just figured out last week. I was looking through it again and I was like, "I wonder if this is like a long shot, but I wonder if it's actually Kevin Aucoin's signature." Look up his signature. Exactly that. I have a signed copy of Making Faces by Kevin Aucoin with his signature, like what, with his autograph in the book. Like, but it really is like once I read that in the book, I was like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna do makeup right now. Did a full look, like literally full look with his like techniques and just experimenting. And but yeah, that piece of media has really been inspiring lately. Okay, so the next category is foods and drinks. So first off, cherries. Now, if you know, if you're like a person in my life, you know that I eat cherries literally every day. I kid you not. Like I eat cherries every day if I can get them. My family, because my sister has some like health things, we have to eat all organic. And since cherries aren't in season, like they're only in season a specific time, you can't really find organic cherries throughout the year. Like I don't get the organic stuff. I just get the cherries if they're available because I love them so much. There's something so rich and like earthy but also sweet and delectable about cherries that make me feel like so feminine, you know what I mean? I don't know, something about cherries is so like naturally beautiful. If you know what I mean. Like, oh, I love cherries so much. I could eat like a whole thing of them right here. Like I love cherries. Cherries and dark chocolate. Let me put you on. If I get cramps sometimes, like when I'm just like sitting in bed or like, after the gym, like I'll get cramps, and that usually is a sign of like lack of magnesium. And so I've been eating a lot of dark chocolate recently, but dark chocolate's so bitter that I would pair them with cherries, and ooh, sweet dark cherries, really good. Also, I love, what is it called? Maraschino cherries, like the really like the soaked in sugar cherries. Those are also really good. I always get those on my froyo. Anyway, figs. Just like cherries, these like figs are so, there's something, there's a rarity to figs, like you can't find them anywhere unless they're in season. Like unlike cherries, you can find cherries. You can try to find cherries. And if not, there's like the soaked in sugar cherries. Usually cherries will be around even if they're like bioengineered or whatever. Figs, like you can't find those unless they are in season. You know what I mean? There's something so rare and something so like indescribable about the vibe of figs. I don't know how to describe it. Like, but I also read this thing like apparently figs are dead wasps. Okay, that's not true. But like sometimes. Okay, I'm going to look up the science of this and I'll get back to you, okay? You know what? This is an AI overview of Google, but It's fine. Yay! So let's just look at this. Not all, but many figs are pollinated by tiny wasps that die inside, breaking down completely into nutrients for the fruit. So, hey, extra protein, right? Anyway, while the symbiotic process applies to some, most commercially sold fresh figs in the US are self-pollinating and do not contain wasp remains, which means that they may or may not be like bioengineered or like whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. The process: a female wasp enters a fig to lay eggs. Then she loses her wings and she dies inside. If it is a female fig, the plant produces an enzyme called ficin that digests the wasp, turning it into nutrients. Oh my gosh, it said crunchy bits. The crunchy bits inside a fig are almost always seeds, not wasp parts. That scared me because I thought it was going to be like, the crunchy bits that you're eating are wasp limbs. They're not, they're seeds. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Some figs actually like have like wasp in them, but it breaks them down because of this enzyme that they have into nutrients, which is really, really cool. And it's extra protein. Yay! Don't eat figs all the time because they're really, really high in fructose. Okay, the next food is cereal. Now, there's something so nostalgic and refreshing about cereal. I don't know how to put it into words, but this morning I had gluten-free organic cornflakes, lightly coated in organic cane sugar, because I live in like an almond household, basically. Cereal is so delicious. When I tell you there is nothing better than a bowl of cereal. When I was younger, let me tell you a story. When I was younger, when I was in like 8th grade, I wanted to be so different. I wanted to be so special. And yet at the same time, I also wanted to conform because I wanted to be like the Lululemon like sweatshirt wearing, Nike blazer wearing cheerleaders that I saw all the time. But I also wanted to be so different that I told my friends I pour milk before I pour in my cereal. And everybody was like, Gia, why would you do that? I was like, I just want to be different. I didn't actually say that, but like in my head, I was like, yeah, I pour the milk in before the cereal. Yeah, that's me. I'm that girl. Ew. I don't do that anymore. I actually never did that. I never did that. I actually probably did just to prove to myself that like you're different. But we're all unique snowflakes. You know what I mean? There is something so nostalgic about cereal. Like my mom would say all the time, like, avocado toast and eggs, girl, you have it so good. I used to pour myself a cup of like Captain, what is it called? I don't even know. I'm not even educated on cereal. Captain Cornflakes. No, that's not it. Captain Oats? Captain Crunch. She was like, I would pour myself a bowl of Captain Crunch and 2% milk. And I'm like, okay, Mom. Good to know. I think I'll stick with my sourdough. Organic sourdough and organic, no preservatives, avocados, and my all natural everything bagel seasoning, and my 100% gluten-free, all organic vegan eggs. But I do really love, like, I had a bowl of cereal this morning with some milk, like not almond milk, like real milk. Like from a cow. Okay, the next one, brie cheese. When I tell you, I feel so like French, like cappuccino, brie cheese on a slice of toast and a cigarette and red lipstick. That's how eating brie feels to me. And it's so like authentic and rich and like creamy and so satisfying cutting into like a wheel of brie. Not like a big wheel, because I get the little wheels in the cartons, like from the grocery store, in the little circular cartons. Like something about the cardboard cartons with the wheel of brie inside, it's so authentic to me. It makes me feel like I'm in like a small town in France, you know? I don't know. I love brie so much. It really is delicious. And maybe it's like an acquired taste to some palates. Okay, the next and last thing in this category is a Bloom energy drink. Now, all I wrote in my journal for the notes for this was, uh-oh. I tried a Bloom energy drink for the first time, and one of my friends, Malcolm, he was like, dude, be careful, you're gonna get addicted to those real fast. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm a coffee matcha girl through and through. No. When I tell you, I have been craving Bloom energy drinks like every day since. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I really want that energy drink. Oh, I just love to die by 30. Yes, that sounds so good right now. My favorite is the mango peach flavor. That is good. Okay, and the last one, I said there's the last one, but I'm actually gonna add a different one. I didn't write it in my journal, but I'm gonna add a new drink item to this list, okay? I actually really want to gatekeep it, but I'm not going to. But it's even out of season. But I need to stock up. I need to stock them all up myself. They need to be mine. All of them. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Trader Joe's Winter Wake Up. Winter, okay? Winter. It's a seasonal thing. It's from like beginning of December to end of December. Like you can't get it any time else, okay? You got to stock up while you can. Last time I went there, I got 3 boxes and I will be conserving them. I will be saving them, okay? Because those things are so good. They're like naturally sweet. They're so rich with cinnamon and like all of these wonderful spices. They have like caffeine. I don't know how much, maybe like 50 milligrams. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. But they're so good. Oh, when I tell you this tea is my favorite tea in the whole world, I just want them all to myself. Please don't buy them. I want to gatekeep them so bad. Whoa, I don't know what got into me there. Don't. They're mine. But I'm sharing them with you because I love you. If you put like 5 boxes of those in front of me and say Merry Christmas, I will marry you, okay? I have the ring. I have a ring. Speaking of which, next category is things, objects / places. And the first thing is rings. I used to despise rings. When I tell you, I used to hate rings so much because I thought they were so annoying and they got in the way of everything, and I was like, "Oh, I just don't like wearing them. I'm so overstimulated wearing them." No. Rings are so gorgeous and chic and like big rings. Yeah, I will say rings are fabulous. And now I feel like naked without them. Like my fingers, if I don't wear rings, my fingers feel so naked. I don't know how to describe it. I also love the clink and the clank of them. Like that's so random, but the clink and the clank of rings, it's ASMR. You know what I mean? They're so nice and they're so fun. I don't know. They just they accentuate the fingers. And if you have long nails and you're wearing rings, so good. When I tell you, oh my gosh, I love rings so much. They're so fun. Okay, the next object / thing is lip liner. Never even considered lip liner a thing. Like I never really cared about it until when was it? Like September of 2025. Fairly recent. I can't believe I never wore lip liner until like literally this year, which is crazy to me. I really got inspired to start wearing lip liner by Sohana Richie. She's this YouTuber and she's so cool. When I tell you this girl is such an inspiration. Like her vibe and her style, she really like, and she's so confident too, and she always looks put together. And it's, if there's one thing my sister has taught me, it's that you should never go out in public looking bad because you never know who you're gonna bump into. And like Sohana's inspired me to do that because she always looks so put together. And she wears lip liner all the time. And she's like a big overliner. Like she's an advocate for overlining. Nothing less. Of course we overline in this house. Of course we do. And also Emma Chamberlain also loves a good lip liner. Like loves a good mauve or nude brown lip liner. Ooh, so good. It makes my lips look so like alive and thick and like vibrant and youthful. I don't know. Okay, the next thing is Walgreens. Do you know when some people are like, "Oh yeah, Dollar Tree, that's my target," or like Five Below, that's my target. Well, mine is Walgreens. I don't know. I just feel so at home. Like when I walk into a Walgreens, the whole world is my oyster. I have everything at my fingertips, and I can do anything I want. I love Walgreens. They really do have some cute stuff. Like I will say, I do love me a Walgreens run. I love printing out photos from Walgreens. I love getting my Bloom energy drinks from Walgreens. I love getting my lip liners from Walgreens. I love getting Squishmallows from Walgreens. I love Walgreens. Oh, I love Pop Shelf. Pop Shelf is so good. It's like an elevated Dollar Tree. Next thing is a Milky toner. Now this really, I've been using it's some like pink Milky toner from some brand that really probably helped you a lot, didn't it? But Milky toners, I tried some in the one that I've been using. So hydrating and like makes my skin so glowy. Whoa, okay. Loss of words. That's okay. I really love a good Milky toner. Okay, the last thing in this objects list is the color purple, because when maybe it's just because I'm like committed to a school, like a college and their colors purple, but I've realized that I've been loving purple. I mean, my bed sheets are like this deep wine purple, and then this notebook is one of my pride and joys, and it is purple. And my nails are supposed to be like this dark, deep cherry red. But then I put a coat of like bluish glimmer, like a soft blue glimmer over it, and it turned into this beautiful magenta purple color, and I'm obsessed. I will say I did that on accident and I love it so much. Purple is a really royal, really moody, chic, diverse, intimidating, yet also warm color. It's warm, it's a cool tone, but it's like a warm, cool tone. It adds to that. I mean, I like going back to that diversity that I think the color has. Yeah. I love the color purple. That's a movie. That's a book. That's a play. Okay, moving on to the last category. It is activities, things that I've been enjoying recently, like to do. First thing is boxing. I kind of mentioned this in one of my previous episodes, but I've been liking to box since 7th grade. Christmas of my 7th grade year, I received a pair of boxing gloves and a punching bag. And we hung that up in the backyard underneath like this outdoor kitchen roof thing that we have. And so I would like go out there and box, and it was great. And I did that for like 2 months consistently, and then I kind of just went off and on, and then something happened to the boxing bag. I don't really know what. I think my parents gave it away. Don't know why. But now that I have a membership to this gym that I'm going to and they have heavy bags, I've been going there and like boxing as my cardio. Sometimes you just want to let it all out, and boxing is a great way to do that. I will say, moving your body in any way, whether that's walking, whether that's running, whether that's doing yoga, whether that is weightlifting or boxing, whether that's dancing, feel happy and feel good. I mean, it like sends endorphins and serotonin and all of the happy brain chemicals. I love boxing. Okay, the next thing is scrapbooking. I've mentioned this too. I love scrapbooking. It's so therapeutic, but also a really great creative outlet. It allows me to kind of like, it's this tangible manifestation of what's going on inside of my heart and my mind and my soul. And also going back to magazines, like I will cut out some pictures from magazines, put them in my scrapbook, or I'll print out pictures from Pinterest and put those in my scrapbook, or I'll draw and sketch on my own and then like cut that out, put it in a page with a bunch of other stuff. And it's just a really good like physical activity. Scrapbooking is just it's like nice for like a crafty little activity that, I mean, I lose track of time when I'm scrapbooking, and I think it's a really great activity and I love it so much. Okay, the next activity that I love is photo shoots. Now, when I say, like, when I was inspired by Kevin Aucoin's makeup book and I just randomly did a whole look, I also did a photo shoot, and I couldn't wait to do that again. The next day, whole new makeup look again, did my hair, did a photo shoot for no reason at all. It's not like I'm gonna like this. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with these photos, but they're fun and they're cool and they're creative, and I love expressing myself through that. And I love, like, I mean, I've been getting better at photography and like kind of experimenting with lighting and different, like settings in my camera. I love doing a photo shoot, and there's something, I mean, I feel so glamorous and haute couture, like I'm Gigi Hadid. My name is Bella Hadid. Like, that's how I feel, like I'm some famous person about to get ready for my interview, about to get ready for my shoot. Like, okay, last but not least on this list, like in general, but also in this category, hiking with friends. I recently went hiking with one of my friends. I'm moving my body and I was like getting endorphins in, and also it was a chance to look deeper within myself and within my friend. Like we talked a lot about different stuff, and it was really, really great. And just being outdoors in nature, it's a really great activity to just do, even like by yourself. But with friends, it's also like you feel safer. Also, first of all, it's nice to just talk out like what you're feeling with someone that you trust, some loved one. It doesn't have to be a friend. It could be a parent. It could be your sibling. It could be your significant other. It's nice to get to know them through that way, especially new friends. Just go on a walk with them, go on a little hike. Like, that's a fun activity. But I don't know, maybe not be everybody's cup of tea. But you know what is everybody's cup of tea? Trader Joe's winter wake up. Never mind, I take that back. It's only my cup of tea. My cup of tea. Gatekeeping it forever. If you're gonna gatekeep anything, don't gatekeep this podcast. Share it with friends and family. That is the end of this episode. Yeah, you can watch and listen on Spotify and YouTube. And you can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Gia Boucher. I'll miss you. You know what? I'll really miss you. I'll see you in the next episode. That may be soon, that may be in a week. I don't know. Okay, I'm turning this thing off.